Right, so we're going to talk about how to back up your files safely, and guess what? We're going to ask our best friend ChatGPT on how to do this. Now, in the first video, I spoke about how to restore a chart for Sierra Charts. And now, that's great that they automatically back up to a directory, but it's actually on the laptop. Now, the issue with that is say, for instance, you have a laptop and it gets stolen and you've not backed your files up anywhere else, then you lose all your charts. So in this segment, we're just going to talk about how to automatically back up that directory to a separate drive, for instance, to a removable USB drive. So without further ado, let's get me off the screen and let's go and ask ChatGPT. So let's switch over. Right, okay, so this is what I asked ChatGPT. I'd like to back up a directory in Sierra Charts, and I gave it the directory, which is Deacon Sierra Charts Edge Clear Dev Backups. So that's where all your files are kept. Right, and I want to copy this to an SD drive. In this case, I want it to be Sierra Charts Backups. Right, now, and I want to automatically schedule this to do this daily. So this is what it generated for me. So it generated this batch file. So we're just going to copy that code, and we're going to do what it says, which is to bring Notepad up. Right. And I'm just going to bring that across to do this. So we're going to paste that. Right. And then we're just going to save that. It needs to be saved as a batch file. Right. So we're just going to basically put that on the desktop so we can see it. Right. And we're going to call it Sierra Charts Backup Daily. Right. And that's the script. Now it's a batch file, so we want to do .bat. That's quite important. Now, so we're going to do that, and we're just going to put it on the desktop. So we're just going to save it there. Right. Now, I've already put the drive in, so I'm just going to show you this, that we've got this. So it's going to copy this backup directory here, and there's loads of stuff in here. Right. And that includes your trade activity logs as well. Now, that's going to go onto this drive, right, which we've got loads of stuff on there. Right, what we are going to do is we're going to create that directory on that drive. Right, to do that, I'm just going to copy that bit of the script. Going to go back to here, and I'm going to do new folder. So just right mouse anywhere. New folder, that'll default that, and then we're going to just basically do that. So we've got Sierra Charts Backups, that creates it. So we've got that on the E drive, right? And then we're going to basically do what it says here. So what's it saying? It says open the task scheduler, right? Which we will do. Type in task and then schedule, and it will come up with that on the start prompt. So just type that into the start prompt. I'm bringing that across so you can see it. Right, then it says create a basic task, which we're going to do. Okay, we're going to name this Sierra Charts Backup. And I'm going to go like that. I'm going to say when we want to do it, which is daily. We're then going to say when we want to do it. So basically we're going to say 9 o'clock, like now. Right, and then we're going to say start program, right? And then we're going to basically put the program script. So browse for that file that we've just done. Right, you need to look at it. I put it on my desktop. Right, so we just type in the first few characters. Then we can see it's there. And we're going to open that. Now we're going to just double check that that is named .bat, right, which it is. Because sometimes Windows automatically defaults and puts that as as .bat.txt. You can go and rename that though, so it's not a problem. Right, so we then do finish. Now I've now got, if you look here on the task scheduler, I'm just going to have a look, and we've got some other tasks, but we're going to look for that one. It's put it at the bottom. Now if you right mouse on it, we can run it. So we're just going to run it, and I'm going to show you what it's doing. It's doing this automatic. So literally it's copying everything across for us. And then if we check on that directory, let's just have a look at the E colon, and you should see it filling up. There you go. Boom. Jobs are good. Now, obviously, worst case scenario, you can go back to my first video and restore one of these files if you need to do. And remember that they're named 1 for the backup, then 2 for the backups, and so on. So then you can just look at the time version of the version and pick the one that you need. So, for instance, if you've made a change and you want to go back and go back to a previous version, you can do that. But this, in effect, will automatically run every day, and then to your second drive, and then literally what you can do is you could create a separate drive, so could have 2 drives. I buy 2, right? They're very cheap on Amazon. The next to nothing are of these USB sticks, maybe $20, maybe £20, so to speak. And then you can cycle them. So create the drive the same and then have 2 copies, because obviously if you're going to have one plugged in permanently, yeah, and say for instance you're in a coffee shop and it got stolen, then you've still lost everything. So have at least 1 copy, right? And the other thing is dual redundancy. And what I basically mean by that is if we have dual redundancy, say for instance we lost one, then we've got the other one. Jobs are good. Okay, or if say for instance, God forbid, that you're backing up onto the USB stick, and then guess what, the USB stick has a fault, that's no good. So obviously if you're cycling it, i.e. you have 2 USB sticks and you just swap them around daily, then you've always got an additional 2 copies of your data, and then you can put 1 in your safe as an example, in a fireproof safe, right, and then 1 keep in your drive. So this way you will never lose any work. Now you can apply this for anything. It's not just for Sierra charts. You could do this for your doc files. If you had doc files on the local drive, it's a really good way of just basically making sure that you're protected. And obviously you could actually upload this to a Google Drive as well. So, but obviously then you've got 3 places for your charts. I mean, basically what I'm trying to do here is make sure there's absolutely no way you ever lose anything, right? So it's a bulletproof strategy when it comes to keeping your chart files, because at the end of the day, if you're developing these chart files and it takes years sometimes to get to where you need to get to, the last thing you want to do is lose a chart file from basically a hardware failure or a critical event, or an event that's completely out of your control. Anyway, I want to keep these videos short. I hope you like this video. Let me know if you do. Let me know any particular type of videos you want me to create. I'm more than happy to create it. I am an expert in Sierra charts, and if you get stuck with any item Sierra charts, I am more than happy to help. Anyway, all that remains for me to say is to wish you a good day and see you on the next video.